One of the biggest pieces of advice that I get asked on social media is, how do you stay motivated when you don't feel like working out? Now, the truth is, you don't stay motivated, you stay committed. Motivation is not real. It's a concept that could drive you towards an action, but it's not guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is actual action.
Louise Hazel is an Olympian and a gold medal winning heptathlete. She's a NASM qualified personal trainer and the CEO of Slay. She trains Hollywood's elite and has been featured at Harper's Bazaar, GQ, and Vogue. Women's fitness, motivation, Slay.
But the thing I learned as an Olympian was the ability to not rely on motivation whatsoever, and neither should you. I learned that it's not a tool that I could actually count on to get the work done, to achieve my goals. Now, sure, one day it might be in my toolkit, and that's a bonus, that's a great feeling. But on another day, I could keep searching for a tool that's just not in the box. And to me, that's a complete and utter waste of time. So if you can't rely on motivation to get you through a workout, then what can you rely on? The answer lies in your habits. So keep listening. One of the biggest pieces of advice that I get asked on social media is, how do you stay motivated when you don't feel like working out? Now, the truth is, you don't stay motivated, you stay committed. Motivation is not real. It's a concept that could drive you towards an action, but it's not guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is actual action. Now, let's face it, there are days when the couch looks way more appealing than the gym, when our favourite Netflix series is calling our name louder than the workout playlist, and when the thought of putting on those gym clothes feels like climbing Mount Everest. We all have days like this, even Olympic athletes. But the thing I learned over time as an Olympian was the ability to not rely on motivation whatsoever, not at all, and neither should you. I learned that it's not a tool that I could actually count on to get the work done, to achieve my goals. Now, sure, one day it might be in my toolkit, and that's a bonus, that's a great feeling. But on another day, I could keep searching for a tool that's just not in the box. And to me, that's a complete and utter waste of time. So if you can't rely on motivation to get you through a workout, then what can you rely on? The answer lies in your habits. So keep listening. I'm Louise Hazel, Olympian fitness expert and CEO of Slay. Welcome back to another episode of Slay, the centre of excellence for women's health, fitness and life. And today we're diving deep into something that literally every single one of us has struggled with: staying motivated and disciplined with our workouts when we just don't feel like it. But here's the thing, motivation isn't about feeling like it all the time. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. And today, we're going to break down exactly why this happens, what's really going on in those moments. And most importantly, I'm going to give you 5 practical, actionable steps that will transform how you approach your fitness journey. Now, the fitness industry loves to sell us the idea that motivated people just wake up every single day and crush their workouts, that successful women just naturally have this endless well of discipline. But that's complete and utter nonsense. And it's actually harmful because it makes us think that there's something wrong with us when we don't feel that way. The truth is, motivation is not a feeling, it's a skill. And like any skill, it needs to be developed, practiced, and maintained. When we don't feel like working out, there's usually something deeper going on. And understanding these patterns is the first step to breaking through to them. One of the biggest motivation killers for women is perfectionism. We think if we can't do that full hour-long workout, if we can't lift as heavy as we did last week, if we don't have the perfect outfit or the perfect amount of time, then we shouldn't even bother. This all-or-nothing mentality is absolutely sabotaging your progress. I see this constantly. Women who skip their workout entirely because they only have 20 minutes instead of their usual 60 minutes. Or they don't go to the gym at all because they're feeling bloated and they don't think that they'll perform 100%. Ladies, 20 minutes of movement is infinitely better than 0 minutes. A 60% effort workout is still 60% more than you'd get from sitting on the couch. Now let's talk about comparison. Social media has undoubtedly made this so much worse. We're constantly seeing these perfectly curated fitness posts, women with perfect lighting, perfect form, perfect physiques. Meanwhile, you're over here feeling like you need 3 cups of coffee just to find your workout clothes. Now, comparison not only steals motivation, it also kills your joy. You start thinking that you're not doing enough, that you're not strong enough, that you're not dedicated enough. But what you're seeing in those posts is the woman who's inevitably dealing with her own struggles. She's just choosing not to share them. Our workout motivation is deeply connected to our mental and emotional state. When you're stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, or dealing with hormonal changes, exercise feels just like another thing on your impossible to-do list, rather than stress relief that it actually is. When you're going through relationship stress, work pressure, or family challenges, your brain's already in survival mode, and adding physical stress through exercise can actually feel so overwhelming. Now, this is completely normal and completely human. Now, here's something fascinating that happens at Slay all the time. Our clients will often skip their workouts because they feel like they don't have energy. But exercise is actually one of the most effective ways to increase your energy levels. It's crucial. It's this cruel paradox where the thing you need most feels like the thing you can't possibly do. When you're tired, stressed, or running on empty, your brain tries to conserve energy by avoiding anything that feels like additional work. But what your brain doesn't understand is that 30 minutes of movement will actually give you more energy for the rest of the day. Now, here's some common scenarios that derail our workout motivation. Let's get specific about these situations that throw us off track, because I guarantee you'll recognize yourself in at least a few of these. The Monday morning crash. Now, you had the best intentions over the weekend. You might have meal prepped. You laid out your workout clothes. You even went to bed early on Sunday night. But Monday morning hits and you're running late. You spill your coffee down your work shirt. Traffic is absolute chaos. And by the time you get to work, the idea of adding a workout to your day feels impossible. Next up, the hormonal roller coaster. Your period is coming. You're feeling bloated. Your energy is in the basement and your clothes feel tight and unflattering. The last thing you want to do is put on your workout clothes and jump around. You feel heavy, you feel sluggish, and you feel like your body's working against you. Social pressure. This is a good one. You had plans to hit the gym after work, but your co-workers invite you to happy hour, or your friend calls with some drama and needs to talk imminently. Your family perhaps expects you to come home for dinner. Suddenly, prioritizing your workout feels selfish, and you convince yourself that being social or available for others is more important. The bad day. Work was stressful, you had a conflict with someone you care about, or you just received a disappointing email. You're emotionally drained, and the thought of doing anything that requires effort feels overwhelming. You just want to go home, order takeout, and disappear into a TV show. And lastly, the time crunch panic. Your day got completely derailed. Meetings overran, unexpected tasks popped up, and suddenly it's 7 p.m. You haven't eaten dinner, you've got laundry to do. The workout that seemed manageable this morning now feels impossible to fit in. Do any of those days feel like you? I know I've had a couple of those. Now that we understand what we're really dealing with, let's get into some practical solutions. Here are my 5 steps for your go-to toolkit for those moments when motivation is literally nowhere to be found. Step 1, master the 10-minute rule. This is hands down the most powerful tool in your motivation arsenal. When you don't feel like working out, commit to just 10 minutes. That's it. Tell yourself you only have to do 10 minutes, and then you have full permission to stop. Here's what happens about 80% of the time. Once you start moving, you'll actually feel like you want to continue. Your body starts producing endorphins, your energy levels increase, and suddenly that workout doesn't seem so impossible anymore. But even if you only do the 10 minutes, you've still won. You still maintained your habit. You've moved your body, and you've proven to yourself that you can follow through even when you don't feel like it. Make your 10-minute routine simple and accessible. It could be as simple as a quick walk around the block, some bodyweight exercises in your living room, or dancing in the kitchen, or simple stretches. The key is having something ready to go so you don't have to make any decisions when your motivation is low. Step 2, create your bare minimum workout. This is about having a backup plan for your backup plan. Create 3 different workout options based on your energy and time availability. So, for example, option A, your ideal workout when you have time, energy, and motivation. Option B should be your moderate workout for when you're short on time or energy, but can still do something substantial. And option C, your bare minimum workout for those really tough days. Your option C might be a 15-minute walk, some gentle stretching, or 5 minutes of movement in your pajamas. The goal is to maintain the habit, and the momentum, even when everything else feels hard. Having these options planned out in advance removes the decision fatigue that often kills and stifles our motivation. Step 3, build your personal motivation vault. This is your secret weapon for those moments when your inner critic is loud and your motivation is silent. Create a collection of motivational resources that work specifically for you. So, for example, your power outfit. Invest in workout clothes that make you feel good about yourself. It could be your favorite yoga pants or your preferred running shoes. Having outfits that lift your mood can actually help you to avoid that negative spiral that we sometimes find ourselves in. Next up, your power playlist. Curate a playlist that instantly shifts your energy. These are songs that make you want to move, that you feel pumped up to, that connect you to your strong, powerful self. Sometimes all you need is to put on this playlist and let the music carry you to your workout. Next up, your inspiration bank. Collect quotes, podcasts, videos, or images that inspire you. This isn't about comparison, though. It's about connection to the feeling of strength and capability. When motivation is low, spend 5 minutes consuming something from your inspiration bank. And step 4, use the future self-visualization technique. When you don't feel like working out, your brain is focused on immediate comfort and avoiding discomfort. This technique helps you to connect with the bigger picture and the person that you're becoming. Before you decide to skip your workout, pause and ask yourself these questions. How will I feel in 2 hours if I work out versus if I don't? What would the strongest version of myself do right now? How will I feel tomorrow morning if I follow through today? Now, what is the decision teaching me about who I am and what I'm capable of? Take a moment to really visualize your future self, the woman who consistently shows up for herself, who's built physical and mental strength, who trusts herself to follow through on her commitments. What would she say to you right now? And how would she handle this moment? Now, this isn't about guilt or shame. It's about connecting with your values and the direction that you want your life to go in. Sometimes that connection is all you need to lace up those sneakers and get to it. Step number 5, create environmental and social support systems. Motivation becomes so much easier when your environment and relationships support your goals instead of fighting against them. So environmental design, this makes working out as easy as possible and skipping working out hard as possible. Keep your workout clothes visible and accessible. If you work out at home, keep your equipment where you can see it. And don't forget social accountability. You could find ways to make your workout social or accountable to others. This could be a workout buddy or a fitness class or even a run club that you've committed to. Sharing your goals with friends or even just posting about your workouts on social media can also help to keep you accountable. When you know somebody else is counting on you or cheering on you, it makes it much harder to skip. Don't forget routine integration. The more your workouts become a non-negotiable part of your routine, the less you have to rely on motivation. Try to work out at the same time every single day, or pair your workouts with something you already do consistently. Maybe you always work out after your morning coffee, or you hit the gym immediately after work before you go home. Don't forget to create reward systems too. Create small rewards for following through when motivation is low. This could be as simple as a special coffee, a relaxing bath, a time with a favourite book, or anything else that feels like a nice treat to you. The key is to celebrate the action of showing up, not just the results. Now, don't forget the mindset shift. The mind changes everything. Now, here's the mindset shift that will transform your relationship with fitness and motivation. Stop trying to feel motivated and start building the identity of someone who works out regardless of how they feel. You see, motivation is not a prerequisite for action. Action creates motivation. Every time you work out when you don't feel like it, you're proving to yourself that you're the kind of person who follows through. You're building evidence of your own reliability and strength. This isn't about becoming someone who doesn't negotiate with herself about whether or not to work out. It's just what you do, like brushing your teeth or showing up to work. You don't have to feel like brushing your teeth every morning. You just do it because it's part of being a healthy person. Now, how do we deal with setbacks and imperfection? Let's be honest, even with all of these tools, there will still be days when you don't work out. There will be weeks when everything falls apart, when life gets overwhelming, when you fall off track. Now, this doesn't mean that you failed or that you should give up. The difference between a woman who maintains long-term fitness habits and those who don't isn't that they never skip workouts, it's how quickly they get back on track. Instead of letting one missed workout turn into a week of missed workouts, they show up the next day and they keep it pushing. Give yourself permission to be human. Progress is not about perfection. It's about consistency over time. One missed workout means nothing in the context of a year of healthy habits. Now, your homework assignment before we wrap up, I want you to take action on these ideas, not just listen to them. Number one, I want you to create your 3-tier workout menu: ideal, moderate, and your bare minimum. Number two, I want you to plan your 10-minute workout for tomorrow, especially if you're not feeling motivated. And number three, I want you to choose one environmental change that you can make this week to support your fitness goals. Now, I want to leave you with this truth. You are much stronger than your excuses, so much more capable than your doubts, and so much more powerful than your temporary lack of motivation. Every single woman who's built a consistent fitness practice has had to work through these same challenges. The difference is that they decided that their goals were more important than their temporary feelings. They chose to show up, especially when they didn't feel like it. Your body is not just a vessel for your life. It's your partner in creating the life that you want. When you take care of it, when you move it, when you challenge it, you're not just building physical strength. You're building mental resilience, emotional regulation, and unshakable confidence. The woman you want to become is created in those moments when you choose to show up anyway. She's built in the space between not feeling like it and doing it anyway. Every time you push through resistance, you're becoming her. So tomorrow, when motivation is low and excuses are loud, remember this conversation. Remember that you have the tools. Remember that you have the strategies. And more importantly, you have the power to choose your actions regardless of your feelings. You don't need to feel like working out to work out. You just need to decide that the woman you're becoming is worth 10 minutes of discomfort. That's all for today's episode of Slay. Stay tuned for more empowering discussions on female health, fitness, and life. You can follow me at Louise Hazel on social media and check out the Slay brand at Slay Athletic Club right now. You can also subscribe to the Slay podcast on YouTube and leave us a comment. And if you want to get fit at home, you can use the Slay app. You can download that now for free from the App Store to join our online community.